Puerto Rico and Palestine. Two colonies, two foreign occupied nations? Two foreign occupied nations that share many historical similarities. Here are some examples of what I mean by that. You see, there was a point in time when both our flags were deemed criminalized. If anybody was caught waving their flag in their own country, we would get into some serious repercussions with the law. There was also a time when we were both being bombed by our oppressor nations, which is what provoked our people to have peaceful independence protests that only ended in violence. But I think one of the biggest similarities that both nations have is colonial displacement. These are charts over the past years, with the foreign occupiers making it more difficult for each individual to live in their own native land. The native population for both lands have been on a decline, leaving whole plots of land for foreigners to come in and buy up. Due to the increased difficult living conditions, it forced many of our peoples to seek better life outside our native land, causing mass waves of diasporas around the world, eventually increasing the population of these people outside their native land. And speaking of diaspora, there is a small but very present Palestinian community that lives in Puerto Rico.
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, but I'm Palestinian, so both are in my heart. Puerto Rico also experienced colonialism. We have to stop both of them.
And I want to let it be known that I very much recognize that today's Puerto Rico isn't yesterday's Puerto Rico. But because of the effects of colonialism Puerto Rico has had, it only makes sense that we see a lot of Puerto Ricans showing solidarity for the liberation of Palestine. You'll see many murals of Puerto Ricans showing solidarity for Palestine around the island. And you'll see several activist groups that have made their way as far as Gaza to provide medical aid to those affected by the genocide that is taking place. I say all this to say, as we get ready for Puerto Rican season, as we wave our flag to celebrate our identity, we should be conscious of those who are waving their flag to fight for their identity. That being said, free Palestine, que viva Puerto Rico libre, assalamu alaikum, y hasta el próximo corillo.